Oh,
Here it
nope,
comes.
nope,
Get
nope,
behind
nope.
something. Get behind something. Oh no, he's right next to you.
Ooh! Alright.
Almost tickled you. Let's get this motherfucker.
Got it.
So I'm a little bit late making this video, and hi guys, it's me, AFarCry. Yeah, I do make videos sometimes. I wanted to talk about Get the F Out, or GTFO. It's really good. I mean, honestly, this game does it all for me. It's the co-op tactical shooter with horror elements that I've been looking for. It's what I've always wanted a Killing Floor 3 to look like in a lot of ways. And it's something new and fresh while sometimes feeling familiar because the guys, or some of the guys I think, who worked on Payday made this. So if you enjoy that kind of squad cooperation that was needed in the Payday series, then this game's going to likely be up your alley, or at least be interesting in some ways to you. So, the main concept is you go deep underground looking for certain items, I presume, in different levels. Now, we only got to try one level during the alpha test. Now, originally I was under the impression that these level layouts would be RNG based, however, to my knowledge they are not, but they might have some RNG elements. Like I said, only played a couple hours of one map, so it's entirely possible that this entire RNG thing isn't even there. But what I found very interesting about the level design in GTFO was not just the immersive atmosphere of the whole thing with the fog and the creepy alien creatures everywhere with their creepy heartbeats that you have to listen out for, but what I found really interesting was how everything is sectioned off into corridors, and these corridors are marked with numbers and letters. Now, there's terminals scattered out throughout these maps, and you have to actually type on the terminal and use commands like a command prompt and type in stuff like query or ping and then whatever item number that you are looking for or need information on. You end up using these terminals to figure out what your actual objective is and which location to go to. There's also security doors that you have to unlock with your friends that sometimes involve you going out while being attacked at the same time and hitting all these different points to actually unlock the doors. While you're searching around for things and being stealthy, it actually kind of reminds me of Resident Evil, the classic survival horror games, in that you have very limited ammo, you want to avoid fights if at all possible, or at least if you have to fight, do it in the most ammo-conserving way that you can. And then you also are looking and trying to remember where you are, and trying to look for things like where to go and where you've already been. There are items in the game that can kind of help you with this, like glow sticks that you can place down in places you've already been to. And yeah, the navigation itself is probably the hardest part of the game to get used to, but once you get used to it, it feels wonderful to do. Now, there are a bunch of different weapons you can use and loadouts and equipment. Now, one thing I'm a little bit concerned about is some people say, hey, these guns feel really good, they're really punchy, and I think they do sound good for the most part, but I don't agree with the punchy, hard-hitting feeling. I think if you don't have a lot of ammunition to work with, having to hit something as many times as it feels like you have to in GTFO can get a little bit ridiculous. However, I think it does play into the survival horror aspect of the game. So in a weird way, it's kind of a good and a bad at the same time. I think it's good that you have to be mindful of your ammo, your shot placement, all of that. But then again, sometimes it's satisfying to rip apart an alien with an assault rifle. So it would be nice for those shots that do connect to actually do some real damage, because it really does feel like you have to rely a little bit too much on that melee system. And my biggest issue really is that, you know, once you're in combat and not in stealth anymore, the melee weapons become a bit redundant because the aliens can do a sort of longer range tongue lashing move at you that will hit you from further away than that you can swing at them. And I don't know if you can block it, maybe you can, to mitigate some damage. And maybe it's just another case of I need to learn the game some more first before I really comment on this, but it was one of those things that was immediately apparent. Also, having 4 people to play with and communicate with is basically required. I tried to play this solo once, didn't do so hot. Tried to play it with a friend, just one friend, didn't do so hot. We're detected. Go, 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 go. Get out of here, get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. Run, run, run. Oh my god.
I got hit by something.
I don't even know what that was. I just saw a flash. Watch out for any other ways. They're coming in through the back. I'm gonna try to close this door. Oh god, dude, there's so many. Oh my god. Oh, this is fucked. I'm dead. Oh no. Now, granted, it was our first couple of matches anyway, so of course we weren't going to do great, but it really does feel like this is the type of game where it's 4 players, ride or die. Like, you really need a full squad. You might be able to get away with 3 if you're really talented at this game, but right now it feels like it's definitely a 4-player kind of venture. And here's some good news. The actual alpha is getting sort of a second phase with some bug fixes. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys with some gameplay that I recorded. I know it might look a little bit weird because something's going on with the filmatic grain or film grain going on that kind of screws with recording. So if you see any little bits of pixelization, sorry about that in advance. I'll try to turn it off next time I play through the alpha test. But yeah, guys, stay locked and loaded. I'll see you next time. Oh, hit him again. There's another one.
Oh god, it's a big boomer.
Oh yeah, run. We're compromised.
And they're alerted.
Yeah. Get down the stairs.
Run
Get down the
back.
stairs. They can
Shut
hit us
the
from.
door.
They can hit us from a different angle.
Alright,
down here,
Get
too,
it.
Oh
Watch
god!
the stairs.
You guys alert. Oh.
Shut the door.
This might be too late.
Can't get to the door, there's a ladder. Dude, I keep hitting the ladder, son of a bitch.
I'm gonna try to hit that door now. Got it.
There's a big guy that came from J. Shit.
Watch out, guys. Oh, what just hit? Oh shit. The big guy's hitting me actually. Ah, you son of a bitch.
So I'm starting to understand this game
no,
is
there's one
also
big guy.
about if we're too far away from each other, it's hard to support.
Yeah.
So I couldn't shut the door because I was waiting on Ning.
I wish I could turn around, see what's going on.
Reloading.
Nah, you start. We're gonna start at the concrete.
I think it was central. Let's go. Oh, wait, clear.
That's a
clear.
scout? I thought it killed a scout.
Oh, pretty faint.
I hope my mind's killed something.
I just noticed, I don't think I ever used my gun yet.
I assume they at least killed a couple when they came to these back doors.
That was my
Yeah, I couldn't shut this door. I was trying to shut this door, and like, if you're standing on the ladder, it's just like, hey, press C. So I couldn't shut the door. All right, I'm still fine on ammo.
I wonder if anyone's actually beaten this yet.
I think they
Probably.
Yeah, we're not doing too bad. Could have gone a lot worse if it didn't have those mines in the back.